the production possibility curve, which is the most important topic of economics, and it comes a lot in the MCQs, it comes a lot in the paper 2 questions. So what is production possibility curve, how things will be solved, how you will be facing with the questions, this will be taught in this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe this channel, and if you haven't liked my Facebook page, go to Facebook, type Fahad Ali, and you will get my page. And you can also connect with me on Instagram by writing this, and through my Facebook page you can also chat with me because there's WhatsApp option over there. So let's start with the video. Production possibility curve, as the word suggests, production possibility, it shows the maximum possibility of a country. It shows the maximum a country can produce with the given resources. In the first chapter we have learned this thing, that the resources are limited but the wants are unlimited. So as we proceed with the topics, we can say this thing, that basic economic problem is there, wants unlimited but resources to satisfy those wants are limited. So resources are limited. Remember this thing. So based on this concept we agreed in the last video. If you haven't watched the last video, you can go again on my channel. You have to watch that video so that the connection should be clear. So based on this, you have to make a choice so that you could be making things in a better manner. You should be satisfying yourself in the better manner. You make a choice, and out of that choice you either choose one and you leave one. Whatever you leave, that will be counted as opportunity cost. That is given in the last video, the concept. So now I'll be coming back to this video. The production possibility curve graph is shown like this. So let me make that graph. I hope you will excuse me for this, because the lines are not straight and I'm not using any ruler or anything as such to measure that. So on the x-axis there are consumer goods, and on the y-axis there is capital goods. So we need to see this thing, that this is the production possibility curve, and there is a line over here. You can see this thing. So this line is called as PPC. Sometimes it is also called as PPF, production possibility frontier. Sometimes it is production possibility curve. It all depends. Okay, so how the examiner is asking you to do that. So in this you could see that there are 100 units which could be produced of consumer goods, 100 units which could be produced of capital goods. For the simplicity, I have put 100, can be any value in your answer, in your question which is given by the examiner. Sir, because of opportunity cost, because of scarce resources, we can say this thing, we can either produce these 100 or we can either produce these 100. So what is the best option? Should we go for all consumer goods or should we go for all capital goods? Let me explain what is consumer or capital good. Consumer goods are those goods which are directly consumed, which do not. So these things are an example of consumer goods. Consumer goods which are consumed directly. The concept of capital goods means that it is machines. Okay, so when it is machines, so we can say this thing, they help the production of other products. They cannot be consumed directly. But if we talk about consumer goods, Pepsi, Coke is the best example for the consumer goods. It could be anything which you can eat at the same time. If you are producing a whole of 100 units of capital goods, so you have to give up 100 units of consumer goods. Why? Because there are scarce resources, that is limited resources but unlimited ones. So you have to leave that. So you have to make a choice, opportunity cost. But remember one thing, if you are leaving consumer goods, so you are producing whole of capital goods. So if you are producing machine today, in present you will be producing machine. So what you will be consumed in today's state, you don't have anything for you to consume in today's date, and that is the reason that you cannot go for the capital goods wholesome. But if we talk about a scenario second, which is going for consumer goods fully, that is 100 units of consumer goods, so that means you would have a lot of things to consume today, but again if you don't have machinery, so you could not make anything in the future time period. So either choosing this or choosing this, there's a problem with that. So what we need to do, we need to go for a combination. So let's go for a combination. I'll say this thing for the simplicity purpose, I'm making 50 units of capital goods and 50 units of consumer goods. Okay, I hope you're clear on this, on A part, because I need some machines, I need some consumer goods, so I make a combination. I'll go for the combination. Why we are going for the combination? Because the resources are limited but wants are unlimited. Again, if I move down, I produce more of the capital goods but I leave the consumer goods. So this is point B. Let's suppose if I'm saying I'm coming to 30 units of consumer goods, and over here I'm getting 30 more units of capital goods. So as you can see, we have to leave 20 units. This is opportunity cost, and we get additional 30 units. Okay. So what is the ratio? The ratio is for every good of for 1 unit of consumer good, you have to, if you leave 1 unit of consumer good, what do you get? You get 1.5 unit of capital good. What do you get? You get 1.5 unit of capital good. This is the interpretation of the question. These type of questions, when they come in the examination, they ask you one thing: what is the opportunity cost of moving from point A to B, point B to C, C to D, and this is the way you go on with your questions. So I hope you will be able to calculate. If I'm asking you how, what is the opportunity cost of moving from point A to C, and I label this. Let's suppose if I'm saying it is at this point it is 30. So if I'll compare it from A to C, the question is saying what is the opportunity cost of moving from A to C, so I'll compare A to C. For A to C, I'm getting additional 30 units, but because of getting additional 30 units, I have to leave 20 units in this. From 50 point, I have to move. I'm moving from 50 to 30 units at this time. So I'm leaving 20 units in between, and I'm getting 30 units. So again, for every 1 unit of capital goods, I'm getting additional 1.5 units of consumer goods. So this way the examiner will give you a lot of MCQs in your examination, and you have to calculate that. Okay. So I hope you understood this thing. Then the next concept which comes in the examination is the shift of the curve, either inside or outside. So let's shift the curve. This is PPC 1 or PPC, and this is PPC 2, which means it has shifted outwards. When it has shifted outward, what does it mean? It means that your resources have expanded. Okay, it means that your resources have expanded. That means you discovered some oil reserves as land. You got some more labor in the market, which was specialized so much that you could produce more goods. You got better machineries, or you got more entrepreneurs in the market, which could make the production more so. In short, the factors of productions increase, and that is the reason that the curve is shifting outside on the right hand side. This is the main reason, one of the reasons that production possibility curve shifts on the right hand side. The production possibilities increases. Earlier you were producing 100 units, now you can produce 120 of both. So remember this thing, you need to tell the examiner that it is because of increase in factors of production. So what if the curve is shifting inside the graph? So when it is shifting inside the graph, so what happens? It is again a decrease in factors of production. What is it? It is a decrease in factors of production. So earlier you were producing 120, now you have come to 80 units of what? Of capital and consumer goods. So the word which we use over here is depletion. Depletion of resources. Maybe depletion of natural resource. Maybe your oil would have ended, exhausted. Okay, these could be the reasons. Okay, so moving forward, there's one thing more which is like this, that in this case there is a graph over here that you see this thing, that this graph is saying that this is your consumer goods on the y-axis, and this is your capital goods on the x-axis. Okay, so this way the examiner is telling you there is only an increase in one type of good, that is capital goods. Capital goods are increasing, but your consumer goods are remaining same. So in this way, what is happening? Your capital goods are increasing. So more production of capital goods, more availability of capital factor of production. Okay, availability of capital factor of production. That means more man-made tools which were available in the market, and because of that, more machines we were able to produce more machines again. So this is one of the reasons we need to identify that this is because of increase in capital factor of production. Okay, so many of the students make it wrong in the examination, and then they face the penalty. They get the MCQ wrong. Sometimes they explain wrong in the examination, so they need to remember this thing. Next thing is this capital goods. Okay, and on the y-axis we have consumer goods. I hope you could excuse me for my writing, because again I'm not using a ruler. So this time the thing will remain same. Okay, this is the key. And this time, your consumer goods are increasing. Earlier, if they were 15, now it has become 100. So this would just be because of factors of production, but this time there will be different factors of production. Maybe land would have increased, maybe labor would have increased, or there would be more entrepreneurs out there in the market which are willing to take the risk. So these three factors contribute mainly to the production possibility curve, only increase in consumer goods. Students find it very difficult to do in the examination, but it is very easy. You need to have the concept. One thing more, sir, there are more of the diagrams, more of the shapes which are given. Let's suppose like this. So this type of shape shows us that there is increasing opportunity cost. Sir, how do you get to know? I just calculated it. I just calculated on point A. I just calculated on point B. There is no right thing to remember the formats. If you learn the formats, maybe in the end you might forget it. So it's better if you just need to calculate the opportunity cost in the diagram. It would be the best thing over here. Okay, so it's better. The next thing which is remaining in today's topic is the assumption. Assumptions are very important. What is the assumption in the production possibility curve? The assumption is that all factors of production are mobile, occupationally and geographically mobile. What does it mean? It means that factors of production can be switched from one type of product to another type of product. That is the biggest assumption, and that is wrong and real. It does not happen in reality. Okay. So this is one of the major assumptions of production possibility curve. This is sometimes asked in the examination, and we need to correct it. So these were the shapes, these were the things which were very important from the examination perspective. I hope I've taught you all the types which were there in inwards, inward type when it is shifting inward, when it is shifting outwards. So again, all the things have been covered in this video, and I hope you were able to understand everything. The main concept, the main point is that you need to calculate the opportunity, because if you're good in that, you will be able to do good in production possibility curve. I'll suggest you cover PPC topic very well. Just go through this topic and attempt past papers. Subscribe the channel. If you haven't subscribed the channel, press the bell icon so that you receive my update as soon as possible. I'll be posting many of the videos before the examination, so it's better if you do that. And share this video with your friends and family. Those are O levels, IGCSE. Like my Facebook page, which is Fahad Ali, and follow me on Instagram with the name of Fahad Ali 175. Okay, so see you again in the next video, inshallah, with the next topic, which the next topic will be the next topic, which is after production possibility curve, resource allocation, or maybe any other topic. So let's see which topic will be there. So I'll meet you again. Goodbye. Allah Hafiz.